So now we have new information from MoviePass about the service. So it's still launching at September 5th, roughly around Labor Day. But on September 1st, we found out some of the beta markets and some information on the pricing. So MoviePass all along said that they would not be rolling out nationwide right away. And there's 3 cities that they're targeting to open initially later this month. Dallas, Kansas City, and Chicago. Now, these are 3 very large cities, so they're not just trying to do it on a small market to see if it'll work. They're going to 3 substantial large cities, and then from there, take it and roll out, hopefully once momentum keeps going. So that, okay, if you're in one of those markets, you'll do it. If not, you'll just have to wait. The second part of the equation, and this is important, is that we got some pricing information on what the tiers include. So MoviePass said last month, they said, all right, there's going to be a $10, $20, and $30 price tier. This time we found out, as of basically Business Insider, got an exclusive from a beta, someone that's been approved for the beta, that it's going to be $10 will cover 1 to 3 movies. And that sounds pretty good. Not as good as $10 for unlimited like in the old days, but we knew that that was not sustainable. The second tier, $20, is 2 to 4 movies. And the third pricing tier, $30, is 3 to 5 movies. Now, right away, you're starting to think, you go, wait a minute, the math here doesn't make a lot of sense. 1, 2, 3 for 10, 20, and 30. Okay, you'd expect things to be exponentially higher, for 3 to maybe be 5 or something like that. And on the high end of it, the 3, 4, 5 tells you that the $10 deal is going to be the best deal, essentially in a nutshell, which is strange until you think about the sustainability of the model and why they're doing it this way. So we're going to get to that, but first let's clarify one thing, because a lot of people are just going around saying, yippee, $3.33 a movie, I'm in for that $10 plan. It's not the way it was written, the actual graphic. And again, this is not official because MoviePass hasn't made this public, but it's 1 to 3 movies based on peak time. So obviously, if you're going to be going on a Saturday night during peak time, it'll be 1 movie. You only get that 1 movie. You're not going to get other movies. But if you go in off-peak, let's say you go to weekdays matinee, that's where you'll get the 3. So even this is 1 to 3. Obviously, it's not up to you, because if it was up to you, you'd say, well, yeah, give me 3 of the premium movies. And again, this doesn't include the IMAX, Dolby, 3D. That's not happening with this plan. This is just standard screenings. So it's 1 peak movie or 3 movies in off-peak times, whatever that means. I can assure you it's probably not going to be, a weekend evening included in that. And the reason why this is strange is that even the wait list was up to 750,000 people. So clearly there's a lot of interest, but they didn't know the pricing, what that would entail. To them, they thought maybe there's a hope that maybe this $30 plan is unlimited, or maybe the $10 plan will be better than just 1 peak movie. But this is what they're doing. So MoviePass is losing money here. Even if it's just 1 peak movie or 2 peak movies or 3 peak movies, MoviePass is going to be paying a lot more than $10 every time you go to a movie. So right away, they are going to be losing money on every customer. And there still hasn't come up with a way to subsidize that, which is why they're shifting people over to the $10 plan. That's why this is happening, so that you see the math and you go, well, wait, it doesn't add up for me to go to 30 when I can just go to 10, or maybe have 2 different logins, or have come up with some situation so you have multiple accounts at $10 rather than anything else. They want to not lose a lot of money per customer. That's the $10 plan, because it caps you at 1 peak movie or 3, matinee movies that cost them in the single digits each. But they also want to create a volume of people, so there's excitement that are signing up for these $10 plans. But at the same time, they're not losing as much as if they were just selling much of the $30 plan. So it's a very interesting possibility, very interesting model. But at the end of the day, I'm still not convinced that it's a winner. It's going to win people over, and MoviePass and the creditors of MoviePass are going to be subsidizing a lot of movie viewing habits. But I think we're going to see that, especially those 750,000 people on a wait list, even many of them are going to balk at that $1 plan. Think $10 plan. Think about the $20 tier. $20 tier, you compare that to what AMC is charging, and that gives you 3 movies a week. So we're talking about 12 movies, up to 12 movies a month. And not only that, they let you go into the 3D and the Dolby and the IMAX. Unlike this plan that's just basically the 2D screens of conventional standard showings. So it's going to be interesting how this all plays out, but No, I'm not convinced that this plan is going to work. And I know I was negative before. I was positive on the model a couple years ago, if you look at my older videos. But I definitely think that this is a model that's going to sign up a lot of people to the $10 plan. The $20 and 30 plans are not going to gain traction, and that's by design. We see that. It's clearly visible. They're saying you're a chump if you go for that 3 plan, unless you get hooked and you want to go upscale. But they don't want to lose that much money just yet. And it remains to be seen how they're going to make this work. There is nothing to indicate that they're going to take a different approach than the original model, except just have more reasonable pricing and actually have caps in place. So again, I'm impressed that they're able to offer it, and I'm underwhelmed pretty much about everything else. So we'll see how it goes, and good luck, MoviePass, and good luck to you. Happen to be living in those 3 cities. May enjoy the reels.